Julius Caesar's war strategy, the rise of a star between 58 and 50 BC, Julius Caesar, one of Rome's most powerful leaders, rose to fame as one of history's greatest military strategists. During this period, Caesar was known not only for his military genius, but also for his intelligence, political agility, and influence. Caesar's war strategies helped the Roman Empire expand its borders and consolidate its power. However, his victories were not based solely on military skill. Caesar cemented his place in history by combining the psychological, logistical, and tactical aspects of warfare. Here is a story that illustrates Caesar's war strategy. From Rome to Gaul, Caesar's first victory. In 58 BC, Caesar's decision to campaign in Gaul was a turning point for Rome. Gaul encompassed present-day France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Western Germany, and several regions bordering Italy on the northern borders of the Roman Empire. Rome was confined to Gaul, but Gallic tribes frequently fought each other and posed a threat to Rome's north. Caesar's decision to conquer Gaul was not only a means of strengthening Rome's domestic political power, but also an opportunity to test its military prowess. The wars in Gaul would serve as a laboratory for Caesar's military strategy to reach its peak. Intelligence and agility. Initial moves. When Caesar embarked on his Gallic campaign, the Roman army did not directly declare war. Instead, Caesar used his intelligence and agility to initially play diplomatic games. He recognized the conflicts between the different tribes in Gaul. Sometimes he forced one tribe to ally with Rome, and sometimes he won over another tribe, an enemy of a rival tribe, to his side. By leveraging Rome's influence, Caesar managed to turn the Gallic tribes, enemies of Rome, against each other. Furthermore, Caesar's military genius was evident in his mobility on the battlefield. His rapid maneuverability and ability to swiftly direct his army, even under difficult conditions, gave him the upper hand. Unable to anticipate the Roman army's movements, the Gallic tribes were constantly faced with difficult choices. The first conflict with the Gauls, the Battle of Bibracte. The Gauls decided to oppose the slow but steady advance of Rome. At Bibracte, Caesar faced a powerful duo led by the Gallic leader, Vercingetorix. Vercingetorix launched a major resistance in northern Gaul, which was under Roman influence. Caesar's strategy here was a breakthrough that would revolutionize all Roman military doctrine. He employed the principle of quick attack, quick retreat, stopping where his opponent was strong and attempting to pin down the stronger enemy force and exploit its weak points. Caesar, by pinning Vercingetorix's army down at the right time, had difficulty dislodging it from his own walls. As a result, although the Gauls had launched a siege at Vercingetorix's base, Caesar took advantage of the disintegration of Gaul and secured the victory. The Battle of Bibracte was one of Caesar's first victories, a victory in which he achieved superior psychological warfare, psychologically wearing down his opponent. He broke Vercingetorix's resistance and established himself not only as a physically powerful Roman, but also as a powerful leader. Psychological warfare, tactical intelligence. Caesar won battles not only in direct combat, but also by demoralizing his opponent. Misleading the enemy with feigned retreats and withdrawals was one of his most important strategies. To give a few examples. 1. Feigned retreat tactics. Caesar sometimes employed retreat tactics to lure the enemy into a trap. When the enemy army pursued him, the Roman army would suddenly halt and launch a massive surprise attack at the weakest point. This disrupted the enemy's formation, damaging their morale and discipline. 2. Attacks at night. Caesar would march his army in the middle of the night and disrupt their sleep patterns, catching them unawares when they woke up in the morning. This tactic strengthened the Roman army's rapid, early morning attacks. His differentiating strategy. Strong bonds with his soldiers. Another striking aspect of Caesar's approach to his soldiers was his strong emotional bond with them, which significantly distinguished him as a leader. Caesar shared his soldiers' suffering, stayed with them in their tents, and stood by them through hardship. This strengthened his soldiers' loyalty to him and inspired them to fight to the death. Vercingetorix and the Last Stand, the Siege of Alesia. One of his greatest challenges was the Siege of Alesia. By besieging Vercingetorix, Caesar aimed to break the main resistance in Gaul. Vercingetorix had built a massive fortress at Alesia, and Caesar devised an extraordinary strategy to besiege it. Caesar constructed a two-layered moat system. First, he created a rapid siege cordon to trap the enemy inside. Then he constructed a defensive line to prevent the enemy from advancing to aid them from the outside. While constructing this massive structure, Caesar's soldiers worked day and night. Ultimately, the Gallic army surrendered due to starvation and food shortages. The Siege of Alesia was a historic victory in which Caesar took psychological warfare to the next level and demonstrated his intelligence and military genius. Conclusion: Caesar's legacy. Julius Caesar was not only a soldier but also a strategist. The clever tactics, diplomatic maneuvers,